Hello there.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm recording these episodes back to back. I am hooked. I cannot stop. I cannot stop after the ending of last episode. We are watching Band of Brothers for the very first time, and we are now up to episode 7. What's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia, absolutely shooting his shot. And episode 7 of Band of Brothers, this HBO miniseries, has been absolutely fantastic. Episode 7 is titled The Breaking Point. Let's get into the reaction. Let's see what's in store for us, and let's get it. Let's go.
I've seen death. I've seen my friends, my men being killed. And
I think this is winners. I think.
It doesn't take too many days of that, and you change dramatically.
We was hungry. We had no food. We didn't have much ammunition. It was cold. We didn't have any clothes. You couldn't build a fire.
Exactly.
Fire, some crazy thing would shoot at you.
Everywhere you would look, you would see dead people, a dead soldier there, here, ours, theirs, then civilians besides, dead animals. It was all over.
You don't have a chance when your friends go down, to really take care of them as you might.
Why does this guy look like
Especially
Garnier?
if you're in an attack, moving or whatever, and I withstood it well, but I had a lot of trouble in later life because those events would come back, and you never forget them.
Actually insane. Like, bro, all you're surrounded by is death. Like, what else are you going to know? Like, there's a reason PTSD is so common among soldiers, and like, it's almost as if hell becomes home for these individuals. When they come back to civilization, if they lucky enough to make it back to civilization, that's not the norm for them anymore. The breaking point. Everyone's got one.
After holding the line at Bastogne, Easy Company was once again called on to help push the Germans back through the bulge.
We were here this morning, and then we came this way.
Right, so right here's got to be the logging road coming into here.
Yes, sir.
Which means we get right there.
Hey, take it easy.
Stop crying, Malark, or I'll nail it to your head.
Good, it's made of wood.
Garnier, move him out. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Oh, shit. Thank you.
Wasn't there a scene, I think, in the very first episode when they met with the British soldiers and he was holding one of the German guns? I forgot what this gun's called, by the way. And he was excited and he forgot to give it back. I think it was in episode 1.
Hubler had been talking about getting a Luger since
A Luger,
morning.
sorry. A Luger. Yeah, yeah.
As we dug in, he went from foxhole to foxhole, telling everyone just how he'd finally got one.
Down he goes, right out of the saddle, like a sack of potatoes. Outstanding accuracy on my part, if I do say so myself.
What you do?
Which I do. Hell, Shifty, I think maybe I could have even given you a run for your money, right?
No, I'm not a good shot. Now, Dad, he was an excellent shot. Excellent, I declare. He'd shoot the wings off fly.
Hey, Lip, ought to take a walk, shoot the shit.
Oh, you're a good shot, Hope. Just glad you're on our side.
Thanks, Lip.
Hey, Lip. Yeah. Thanks for the help. You got it, Shifty.
Hey, Lip.
Yes.
You got a sec?
Yes, sir.
I love the nicknames, man. I love the nicknames.
Where's Dyke?
He's around.
Could you be a little more specific there, Sergeant?
Not really, sir.
I haven't seen him all day. I didn't see him when we were coming through the woods, and I have to figure out how we ended up.
2 women.
Who?
Brown and Stevens.
God damn it. Now, where's Dyke? Where the hell is he? Where the hell does he ever go?
I don't know, but I wish he'd stay the hell there. It'd be nice if he took Lieutenant Shanes with him, too. Shut up, boys. Shutting up, Sarge.
Okay, what the hell is that?
Patrol? No, we would have heard.
One man, maybe a sniper.
There was no rifle.
What do you see, Shift?
Nobody out there.
Are you sure?
Oh, Jesus, it's who he shot! Sniper? No, he shot himself! Medic! What happened? Doc!
You all right?
Be all right.
He did what? What?
Just went up.
What happened?
Just went up.
What are you doing with a loaded gun in your pants?
Oh, the Luger.
Damn it.
You've been yakking about a Luke. You touching, I swear. Medic!
Where are you hit, Hoop? Hoop, where are you hit?
To my leg!
Okay, hold on, Hoop. Hold on. I don't look, Hoop. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. Come on. Hoop, it's all right.
Hurts like a son of a...
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay.
I think maybe I hit both. Doc!
Don't worry about
You'll be
it.
all right, Hoop. You'll be all right, Hoop.
Warm him up, warm him up.
You hear me?
Somebody keep him warm.
Sergeant,
Keep him warm.
How's it looking,
Sergeant,
Let me see it. Huh?
Hang in there.
can we get a warm up some blankets or something for him?
You're gonna be fine. Keep talking to him, Hatch. Keep talking to him.
Okay? Hoop, listen to me, Hoop. It's okay.
You think it was a German leg, Hoop?
You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Okay, just take it easy.
Hold on, Buck. You're gonna be
Hold
fine.
on, Hoop. Hold on. Virgo, put this across.
Wrap him up, wrap him up. Hang in there, Hoop.
Come on.
Hey, look. That was a great shot, right?
You are, Hoop.
Okay.
You're a great shot, buddy. Great shot.
You jump out of planes. You're tough, man. You're tough. Come on.
Still sit there.
It's not that bad at all.
Stay
Come on.
with us, Hoop.
You all right?
Stay with us.
Take it easy. It's all right. Don't worry.
You're all right.
Doc, what are we gonna do?
How we doing, Doc?
Okay, you're gonna be fine.
Can't see a thing. We gotta get back to an aid station.
All right,
Hold on
all
tight.
right, let's get ready to move.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Stay there, Hoop.
Doc. Doc.
Did they just lose Hoop? Because he must have hit an artery, right? And then he lost just too much blood, and obviously the freezing
He was
temperatures.
wearing so many clothes we couldn't tell how bad he was bleeding. By the time we got him to the aid station, he was already dead. The bullet cut the main artery in his leg, sir.
Ah, hell, Lip. Yeah, wouldn't have made a difference if you had known. Cut that main artery in the leg, that's it.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm gonna go back and make sure the boys are all dug in, sir.
What? Where's Dyke?
You want to see him, sir?
No, I just would have expected to get this kind of news from him.
Well, I was there, sir. Figured it might as well be me. Where's Dyke? I probably heard that question 1,000 times.
I was literally about to say that. I'm like, we have heard Where's Dyke so many times, and everybody's looking for him. Is it because they are so thinly spread up? I don't think so. I think they're fairly grouped together now, so I don't know.
I probably asked it a few times myself. It'd been so bad if he was just one of the guys in the company.
That's a lieutenant,
Lieutenant
yeah.
Dyke was supposed to be leading the company.
It's not good when
Captain
your
Winters
leaders
was
go
the CO
astray.
With all respect. Moose Heiliger probably would have done a good job, but before we got a chance to find out, he was accidentally shot by a sentry. Then came Norman Dyke.
And I want tight security around the company CP, Lieutenant James. That understood? All right.
Dyke wasn't a bad leader because he made bad decisions. He was a bad leader because he made no decisions.
Now, Battalion
His
S3,
inactions are his actions.
planning a move.
What's the formation you want us to go for?
At present, as per usual, but I'll clarify that with you at a later time, Lieutenant Compton.
Yes, sir.
All right, I gotta make a call.
Is Lieutenant Dyke meant to be like another version
Let's move it out.
of Sobel? But actually, we're seeing it play out in the field here. That could potentially
Dyke was
cost the
a favorite
lives of these
somebody at the
individuals.
division. He'd been sent down to E Company to get some combat experience. Sometimes we got the feeling E Company was an annoyance to him. Something unpleasant he had to get through before he could continue his march up the ladder.
I'm telling you, boys, we're screwed.
If you ask me, I'm glad Lieutenant Dyke's never around.
Hey, you know what? We're doing all right. Even with Foxhole Norman. Yeah, Don, we're doing all right. We're doing all right now. In case you ain't noticed, there's a little town down the hill over there, right? And in that town are these guys. And these guys are called Germans. These Germans got tanks. I know. Yeah. And our side's gonna want to go into that town. Want to take one guess at who they're gonna want to go knocking on the goddamn doors.
I know, Bill. All right? It's me you're talking to here.
Jesus Christ. We gotta do all this with a CO who's got his head so far up his fucking ass that lump in his throat is his goddamn nose.
Hey, First Sergeant.
Hey, boys.
Hey, Lip. Collar.
Hey, Sarge.
Hey, Lip.
Hey, Muck. What's the word?
Oh, you know, sitting around freezing our ass off, singing Dyke's praises.
Lieutenant Dyke. Well,
The polar opposite of winners. Winners would charge.
I wouldn't want to be a replacement officer coming in here. You're getting thrown in with a group of guys who've known each other for what, 2 years? They've been in combat together since Normandy. You're supposed to just show up and lead them? I mean, how's a guy do that? How could anyone really hope to gain the respect of the toughest, most professional, most dedicated sons of bitches in the entire ETO?
Big up Lipton, man. Iced tea.
If you ask me, a guy
Cold.
march off to Berlin and come back with Hitler's mustache or something.
Division's not gonna let me replace him just because I got a bad feeling about him. Even if they would, who'd I put in his place? Shams?
Do not ever talk when I'm talking, you got that?
Shams seen too many war movies. Thinks he has to yell all the time.
You this new word I said during that briefing, did you?
Or Peacock? God bless him, no one tries harder, but he's not cut out to take men into combat. I'm sure as hell not gonna make him company CO, and I don't even want him as a platoon leader.
What about Compton?
He's the only real choice. Buck's a real combat leader, but you know, I want Easy Company to have at least one experienced platoon leader. Not that it matters anyway, because I can't get rid of Dyke.
Well, we all know who you'd like to have running Easy. Trouble is, it's not your job anymore, Dick. You gotta find somebody.
We all agreed Buck Compton would have been the best choice to run Easy if Winters had been able to get rid of Dyke. But to be honest, Buck wasn't the same soldier he'd been before he got shot in Holland. He was more serious somehow.
Yeah, goddamn Luger in his pants.
Jesus.
Dear God. And don't you two do something stupid like that, all right?
Try not to, Buck.
I mean it. And
Actually
you.
insane. I wonder if that's actually a true story. The the one thing, you know, he cherished and prized above all was to get this Luger, obviously, and it's the thing that ultimately meant his downfall. He shot himself with he didn't even shoot himself. It just went off in his pants.
Wow, Bill. I've invested too much goddamn time shaping you into something useful. You do something crazy, get yourself knocked out of this thing.
I know, you'll kill me.
Even if you're dead, I'll still kill you. I'll see you guys later, all right? I'm gonna check on the other guys.
Crazy Joe McCloskey.
What?
This guy used to hang at the front of Delancey's and just stare at people.
Yeah, I know who Crazy Joe McCluskey is. The hell's that got to do with anything, babe?
And Buck kind of reminds me of him now.
What?
No, ever since he got shot in Holland.
Wait. What are you saying, he's nuts? Because Crazy Joe McCluskey was fucking nuts, babe. That's why they called him Crazy Joe.
No, I'm not saying he's nuts. I'm just saying...
What? What are you saying?
Forget it.
What?
Forget it. Oh, come on, you seen him, Bill. He's all wound up like a spring.
Hey, he's fine. I'm telling you. Buck Compton's fine.
I'm serious.
Sure thing, Buck. Nothing stupid. We got it, right?
We got it.
All right. George?
Nothing stupid, Buck.
Yeah.
Don't do anything stupid? Who the hell is he talking to? Bunch of morons who volunteered to jump out of a perfectly good airplane. Can you get any more stupid than that? Probably not.
I swum across the Niagara once.
Yeah.
I swear. On a bet.
What, in a barrel?
No. God, I didn't go over the falls, George. I swam across the river.
I don't know.
10 miles up from the falls. I tell you, that current is damn strong.
Oh, yeah.
Must have carried me at least 2 miles downstream before I got across. But I got across. Now, personally,
I didn't think it was all that stupid, but my mom, my sister Ruth, they gave me all kinds of hell.
Bad mug.
So did Faye.
Ah, sweet Faye Tana.
Shut it, George.
Well, they had a point. You're an idiot.
I love these little moments we get with the characters, you know, in their holes, dug in deep. Those little few moments where we get, you know, just a few remarks here and there, them cracking jokes, you know, it boosts the morale up, not only for them as the characters, but it boosts the morale up for the viewer as well, because, you know, you just find it, think, okay, we're back down to reality a little bit, we're talking about home, things like that. But I've said it since the first episode, I'm not going to get lost in it, because you can't, because at any moment, a flare could go up in the sky, bang. You saw it last episode. Eugene woken up to bombs. You know, he's got to get straight into the thick of things, saving people, and like doing everything. Like it's war. Like there's not a moment I feel like to pause. And those moments where you know, chuckle and laugh with the characters, I just feel like they're so short-lived. But I keep reminding myself, don't get lost in them, because of the situation they're in. And what I love about this show, I've talked about it since the beginning, how immersive it is. I feel like I'm there with these guys. I feel like I'm there laughing with them. These are my brothers too. I don't know. It does a fantastic job at doing that. And I think it's thanks to it's not just the all out action. It's not, you know, it's not 50 minutes of Spielberg's opening, from Saving Private Ryan. That's not what I expected here. I love that we, you know, get to sit down with these guys here and there, and as we watch them make these remarks, and it just adds to the experience. And obviously, with the conditions, they're shivering, and they're trying to, you know, boost everything, but it's hard. It's hard. Look at the situation they're in. They talked about it at the beginning of the episode. All they're surrounded by is death. That's all they know.
So, what made you decide to join the paratroopers?
I read an article about paratroopers in Life magazine. Talked about the training, how hard it was. Said if you wanted to make it as a paratrooper, you had to be the best. And I wanted to fight with the best, sir.
You miss it?
Miss what?
Huntington.
Honestly, sir, I try not to think about it that much. Where are you from, sir?
Bloody Dyke, man. He's not one to get the spirits up at all. You can tell me you're out of place without being without telling me you're out of place.
Captain Nixon, sir. Captain Nixon, sir.
What?
Good morning, sir. Sorry to disturb you. This came from division.
I love the trend of always waking up Nixon in this show.
All right.
He's always asleep, man.
Morning.
Lou, eviction notice?
Not quite, but I think I got something that'll help you with your leadership problem.
Huh, Dyke's being transferred?
No, I can't help you with that. But division has decided to pluck one officer from each regiment that served in the heroic defense of Bastogne, send him back to the States on a 30-day furlough. Get him out banging the drum for the war bond drive, that kind of thing. Turns out I've been plucked.
Hey, that's fantastic, Lou. Good for you.
Thank you.
How in the world does your leaving help me?
Doesn't, I'm not going. I've already seen the States. I grew up there, that's why I came to Europe. Just wish they told me there was a war on. Anyway, the point is this thing's wasted on me. But I'm sure we can find an officer somewhere in this battalion who could use a long trip home.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Peacock. I can't think of anybody who deserves this more.
Thanks. Yeah, we try to. Really glad that you're going home.
Best news I've heard in weeks.
Yeah.
Hell of a guy.
Hell of a guy.
Thanks, guys. I mean, it really means a lot, you know?
Oh, get out of here.
I just wish they told me there was a war going on.
Hooray. Hip, hip, hooray.
If they come by here, y'all remember to smile for the camera. Got to keep the morale up for them folks back home.
Why?
Damned if I know. All right, Nix, what do they got waiting for us in Foy?
At least one company from the 10th Panzer Grenadiers dug in along here. They've also got at least 188, although we haven't been able to spot it yet.
How about armor?
As of last night, 3 Tigers.
Would you excuse me for a moment, sir?
Yeah.
How do I feel about being rescued by Patton?
Well, I feel pretty peachy about it if it wasn't for one thing. We didn't need to be fucking rescued by Patton. Got that?
That ties into the end of last episode.
Sorry, sir.
No one has ever claimed that they needed to be rescued.
I couldn't agree more. What are you doing here?
Want to head back to the line, sir.
Joe, you don't have to do that. Get yourself back to the aid station. Heal up.
I'd really like to head back with the fellas, sir.
All right, then go.
Thank you, sir.
Hope that foot is alright, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Bill.
Good to see you, pal.
You too.
What the hell you doing back here?
Had to make sure you were on top of things.
I'm on top of things. Tied me own boots once last week. All by myself. Hey, fellas, look who I found.
Hey, Joe Toy!
Hey, Rick,
back
how
from
are you?
Mars. How are you, Joe?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Escaped from the aid station.
Where'd you get hit?
What's that?
It's web replacement.
Really? Thought it was some guy I've known for 2 years and I forgot his face.
Joe got hit in the arm. New Year's Eve gift from the Luftwaffe.
Jesus.
A lot of you guys been injured?
It's called wounded, Peanut. Injured's when you fall out of a tree or something.
Don't worry. There's enough crap flying around here, you're bound to get dinged sometime. Almost every single one of these guys has been hit at least once. Except for Allie, he's a 2-timer. He landed on broken glass in Normandy and got peppered by a potato masher in Holland. A bull, he got a piece of exploding tank in Holland. And George Luz here has never been hit. You're one lucky bastard.
Takes one to know one, Skip.
Now, lead got a skinny little guy. He got pinged to the neck in Holland. And right next to him, that other skinny little guy, that's Popeye. He got shot in his scrawny little butt in Normandy.
Buck got shot in his rather large butt in Holland.
Yeah, kind of an easy company tradition getting shot in the ass. Hey, even First Sergeant Lipton over there. He got a couple pieces of a tank shell burst in Carentan. One chunk in the face, another chunk almost took out his nuts.
What are those nuts, Sarge?
Doing fine, Bill. Nice of you to ask.
On the afternoon of January 3rd, most of E Company headed back to our old position in the woods overlooking Foy. A few men remained in the Bois Jacques attached to D Company to hold the main line of resistance.
Good luck, ladies.
Been nice knowing you.
Wouldn't drink too much if I were you.
Hey, be careful if he offers you a cigarette.
What are they talking about? If who offers us a cigarette?
Spears.
Who?
Lieutenant Spears.
Lieutenant Ronald Spears was one of the platoon leaders in D Company. He was already a legend.
Yeah, that guy. He
Stories
cold.
about Spears are probably all bullshit anyway.
What stories? What stories?
Well, supposedly Spears shot one of his own men for being drunk.
You're kidding. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. And there's another one about him giving cigarettes to 20 German POWs before killing them.
He shot 20 POWs?
Well, actually, I heard it was more like 30.
Christensen.
Lieutenant Spears.
I got the name right, didn't I? Christensen?
Yes, sir.
What are you men doing out here?
We're watching the line, sir.
Keep up the good work. While you're at it, you might want to reinforce your cover.
Oh, well, actually, sir, Lieutenant Dykes are not even to bother. They're only going to be here one day.
Lieutenant Dyke said that, huh? Then forget what I said. Carry on. Oh, anyone care for smoke?
They confronted the man, the myth, the legend,
You?
Spears. They froze.
Late in the afternoon on January 3rd, we returned to our old position in the woods overlooking Foy.
Ah! You gotta be fucking kidding me! Someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna fucking die! Gotta look at this shit! One of those 1st Battalion fuckers took a dump in my foxhole!
Think they shit in everyone's foxhole, Joe. I don't think they wanted to spend much time above ground.
While we were in the Bois Jacques, the Germans had been shelling our old position. There were signs of tree bursts everywhere. That got our attention.
Lighten noise discipline. We're getting close.
I don't want to obviously miss out on any important dialogue. That's why I want to pause, because obviously we're about to get in the thick of things, it seems like, as they're approaching Foy. But I almost forgot what I was going to say, and I think I did forget what I was going to say. But I think, oh yeah, it was about Lieutenant Spears. Man, that quote, or what he said to Blythe in episode 3, I believe, about, just telling yourself that you're already dead. That's the only way to go about things, was absolutely insane. And I feel like the actor who's portraying Spears is doing a great job at, displaying this sort of cold-hearted, born-for-war killer. And it just makes me think about what the actual guy was like Lieutenant Spears. And there obviously would have been multiple individuals like Lieutenant Spears during the wars that were just almost as if you look at them and they're just born for it. They're bred for this thing. And they've got this ability to zone in. And that's the only thing they think about. It's like they're able to block everything out. And even when, for instance, I believe it was Dyke talking to Lipton about home, Harrington, I believe it was, and Lipton, he, got a bit emotional in it. I try not to think about it, sir. And I just feel like with Spears, he's able to block all that out. He's able to just unlock a different mode, and it's just insane to see on screen. It just makes me wonder and make me think what the real individual was like. Because like
Looking across the field at Foy, I could see enemy troops. I still couldn't see their artillery, but I knew it was down there.
We got pretty good foxholes. We just need to fortify the covers.
If they've got us targeted, maybe...
We hold the line here. Sergeant Lipton's right. We're gonna strengthen our covers, and we're gonna hang in. We're not gonna fall back.
That's E Company's job, baby.
Right, Lieutenant? Right, Lieutenant?
Fine. You all take care of it. I gotta go talk to Regiment.
What messages is this guy relaying back?
Incoming! Take cover! Take cover! Take cover! Come on! Find some cover! Take the cover!
For some reason, at that moment in that half-finished foxhole, all I could think about was the 4th of July when I was a kid. I loved to make my own firecrackers, cherry bombs, ladyfingers. I loved to blow up dirt clouds and pop bottles and the like. Looked forward to it all year long. What I saw that day was the most awesome and terrifying display of firepower I'd ever seen in my life. Of course, I wouldn't have been laughing if I'd known what happened to Joe Toy.
Oh, Toy. No, man. I think he's lost both legs here. I think he's lost both legs. Hence the camera angle and slowly panning down. Yep. Okay, one of them. I bet.
Maybe we should see if anybody's hit. Malog, that's what they want. Crowds will try to draw us out in the open.
While Joe Toy just lays there.
Come on, find the foxhole. Come on. I gotta get up. I gotta get up. I gotta get up. I need my helmet.
You hear that? Is that Joe? Yeah, I think that's Joe. Stay.
Stay down! Stay down! Stay down!
Stay in your foxholes! Stay in your foxholes!
Help! Help! Anyone there?
I ain't gonna get up. I ain't gonna get up.
Shit. Come on, Joe. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, pal.
You said you get back in States before me.
You ain't going anywhere. You're all right.
I gotta get my helmet.
Forget it.
I gotta get my helmet.
Forget it, Joe. Anyone there?
Hang
Help!
on. Who's that?
Help! Hey!
Hang
Come on,
on,
get
man.
me out of here, Lip! Come on. I got you. Come on, Joe, I got you. Come on, Joe. Hang on.
You okay?
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Ah, jeez. Think I overdid it on the cover of my foxhole?
Second round. Just constant.
Come on, come on! Move the middle!
Come on, Joe.
Hold on, I'll be there. I'm gonna help you.
No. I refuse to lose Guani and Joe. I refuse. I rebuke it.
During the second barrage, I wasn't laughing anymore.
Joe and Garni just gone, that's it. Both dead.
Lip! You okay?
What the fuck?
Lip, where the fuck's he going? I don't know. Listen, get battalion on the line. Tell them to notify BAS.
Battalion's up, Whip.
Medic! Stay ready! Stay ready! Those stupid sons of bitches might be trying to come through! You okay, One Lung? Sergeant! How you doing, Popeye?
100% ready to kill Germans, Lip.
Oh, he's alright, he's alright. Garni's leg, man. Ah.
Doc, what can I do? Hold this.
You gotta smoke. Jesus. What's the guy got to do to get killed around here?
Bill, you going first.
Whatever you say, Doc. Whatever you say.
Over here. Take this man.
Hey, Lip. Ain't got old Garnier this time.
We got you, soldier.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Like that.
Ah!
Take it easy.
Hey, Joe, I told you I'd beat you back to the States.
I do not know how he manages to say that one. Fair play, man.
How's Buck? Luz, how's Buck?
He's fine.
You sure?
Yes, he's fine.
You know,
You should probably go talk to him now, huh?
you know what's insane? The fact that Hubler, you know, doesn't even shoot himself in his leg, or like the Luger goes off, hits the main artery in his leg, and obviously he passes in a matter of a minute or two. And here we got Joe and Garni, who have obviously lost limbs, and hopefully they're likely going to manage to pull through if they get the attention they need. It's absolutely insane, just like God's will, man. Like, it's just, it works in mysterious ways sometimes. It's insane.
Buck was a great combat leader. He was wounded in Normandy. and again in Holland. He received the Silver Star for his part in taking out those German guns on D-Day. He took everything the Krauts could throw at him time and again.
Lieutenant Compton? UCLA did not make the Rose Bowl this winter, probably because you weren't there. I'm sure you're teaching all of your young soldiers the joy you have of the sport. Gosh, how we all know what an exciting young man you are, and how your heart and love.
I guess he just couldn't take seeing his friends Toy and Garnier all torn up like that. No one ever thought he'd listen for it.
The breaking point. I thought it was Holland, Normandy, but nah, it was this.
Good night, all.
Yeah, see you, Les. See you, Lark.
What can I do for you, Sarge?
Two things. First, great impression of Dyke. You think so? I thought it was a little off. You got it pretty good. Second, don't do it anymore. Especially the part about what he said to me. Doesn't do anybody any good, okay?
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
Get that one out of you. One last one. How perfectly timed that was with the cigarette toss. Come on, Luz. You've got to be kidding. The shell didn't go off.
But you can smoke.
I don't.
Uh-huh.
The shell that hit the foxhole Luz and I were in was a dud. The one that hit Muck and Pinkala's foxhole wasn't. That's just the way it was. Muck and Pinkala were good men. Their death hit Malarkey the hardest. Malarkey's best friends in the company had been Compton, Muck, and Pinkala. In less than a week, he'd seen 2 of them die.
What's the word?
Well, the men on the line are okay. Furry's just been resupplied. We're in good shape.
Okay, we'll just hunker down. We might get some relief soon.
Uh-huh.
Okay? All right.
I love Malarkey, man. One of my favorite characters.
It's Hoops, right?
Yeah. I was gonna get rid of it, but I don't know. Listen, Captain Winters was wondering if you wanted to go back to battalion and, work as his runner for a few days.
Tell him thanks. I'm gonna stay here.
Well, look, why don't you at least come back for an hour or so? Say goodbye to Buck. I'm sure it'll mean a lot to him.
All right.
You be careful with that.
Getting even 50 yards back from the line just for an hour or two could make a big difference in a soldier's state of mind.
I also love...
The morning after the shelling that killed Muck and Pankala, I saw a soldier try to dig a foxhole with his bare hands.
Private.
He didn't notice that he'd torn off all his fingernails.
Private.
I got him out of there quickly. Not for his sake, but for ours. Fear is poison in combat.
Yeah,
Something
exactly.
we all felt, but you just didn't show it. You can't. It's destructive, and it's contagious.
Told you I'd get you started.
I love the narration of Lipton this episode.
Buck was never the same after seeing Toy and Garnier get hit that day. I guess he just needed some time away from it all. The barrages on January 3rd and the shelling on January 9th marked the low point in the war for many of the men in E Company. Even then, very few actually broke. But I knew the terror of those shellings and the unrelenting pressure we'd been under since we got to Bastogne could take their toll in other ways. I was afraid the men would lose focus, suffer a drop in morale, and that was dangerous, especially in combat. More of which lay in store for us. We'd cleared the woods east and west of Foy. Now it was time for the inevitable assault on Foy itself. Frankly, I was dreading it.
Man, I'm getting teary-eyed listening to this, especially with the music and stuff, and like seeing everyone, you know, smiling or like trying to keep the morale up. You know, a story of bravery, hope. You know, just oh man, it's inspiring. I just feel like, because like in a way, these men, we've already seen what they've been through leading up to D-Day, then D-Day itself, going through that, getting the replacements, and then the cycle goes on and on and on. You hold Bastogne like with the greatest resilience ever, and you know, you don't let you know, you have the most stubborn ego in saying we didn't need rescuing that day, we didn't need help, and they portray that this episode as well. And then yet again, you got to pick yourself up after holding Bastogne. You're tired. You're seeing your men get killed, wounded. You're seeing your best friends die. You got to pick yourself up from that. Then you got to go and have this attack on Foy. But before Foy, you have to withstand 3 barrages of artillery. And, you know, you might not make it out of yourself. You might not make it out of that yourself. You might be injured. You're seeing men around you get injured and killed. And then after that, you got to withstand that. Pick yourself up from that, and then finally do the inevitable assault, and you still don't know what you're gonna face with that. And it's absolutely insane the amount of events, or like the amount of sort of combat Easy Company had to withstand. And I'm not just obviously Easy Company is the company we are following throughout this show, but all the other companies, all the other, you know, platoons, battalions, all of them had to withstand this sort of environment. And obviously you even have Spears leading D company, sorry. So yeah, you just put yourself in the mindset of these individuals, and it's absolutely insane what they had to go through. And oh man, you just got to be grateful for things in life seeing this. Like, I don't know, I might get too preachy here, but I'm just saying.
I always knew the E Company men who trained at Dakota wouldn't get through the war unscathed. But now I was beginning to wonder if any of us were going to make it through at all. E Company would lead the attack. The problem was, at least in my estimation, E Company still did not have a leader.
Lipton seems like that man. Especially with Compton gone.
Lip? Didn't figure you for a smoking man.
Neither did I.
We need to bring winners out of retirement, man.
D Company Lieutenant Spears, patrol order. So?
We've been watching Foy all day, sir. Not much activity.
Want a coffee?
No, thank you, sir.
How's Easy's status?
The men are good, sir. They're prepared. I'm gonna be leading 2nd platoon tomorrow. They're probably the weakest after losing Toy and Garnier and Muck and Pankala.
Those
I
names,
have every
man.
confidence in the men, sir.
Good.
But on the other hand, I have no confidence in our CO, sir. Lieutenant Dyke is an empty uniform, Captain. He's just...
Somebody's got to say it.
He's not there, sir.
Well, he's gonna be there tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I understand he will be there physically. But tomorrow's gonna be the real deal. And he's gonna have to lead those men. He's gonna have to make decisions, sir, and I gotta tell you, sir, I think he's gonna get a lot of easy company men killed.
The perfect man to tell that as well.
Yes, sir.
Imagine that Winters comes out of retirement. I'm not saying he's in retirement, but
there was nothing Winters could do.
gotta respect the chain of command.
He couldn't very well remove a company CEO, especially a well-connected one, because of the misgivings of a company first sergeant.
You got about 1/8 of a mile of open field to cross before we get down here in a void. There's very little cover, so you gotta move quickly. I've set up 2 sections of light machine guns at either end here. They'll give you covering fire. 3rd Battalion will come in from the east, led by I Company. That should cause distraction. D Company will be in reserve, but we shouldn't need them. The point is, you gotta move in there fast. Get in there before they can bring their mortars and artillery down on you. Clear?
Clear.
I'm relying on you. Get it done.
Covering fire! Let's go! Keep it moving! Hold up! Keep moving! Easy company! Hold up! Second platoon, hold up! Will you move? Get me Foley on the radio! Get out of there! Move!
They're out in the open.
Find some cover!
We're out in the open, bro.
Easy red, easy red, easy six.
6 easy red, go ahead.
Easy red, stand by for the 6. Foley! Foley, you get back here where I can see you, god damn it! 1st platoon, hold up! Take cover! Martin! Come on, soldier with me! With you, sir! Fire! Fall back! Fall back! Go forward! Harry, on me! Move back! Fall back! Stay on my
Move forward, fall back. You can't have conflicting information like that.
What are we doing, Lieutenant?
It's all discombobulated.
Roger, kidnap Paris. Stand by for the 6. Lieutenant, what's the plan? I don't know! You better get Dyke on that radio to me now. Lieutenant, what's the plan? Captain Winters, sir. What's the plan? Okay, Foley. You take your men on a flanking mission around the village and attack it from the rear. Right. We cannot stay here. You understand? To go around and attack the village by itself? We will provide suppressing fire. We're gonna be kind of alone out there, Lieutenant. We will provide suppressing fire. Get going forward!
I need to talk to Captain Winters, sir.
Sir, okay, here it is. We're gonna flanking run around the back of the village, and we attack from the rear.
Ramirez, 2 guys, take them, go! Find some cover behind this table. Go! Shit!
Jesus Christ.
Quick, move up, find cover! Suppressing fire, now! Bacani! I got you! Give me some cover!
Not Bacane, man.
How you doing, Bacani? They shot me in my ass, boys!
And the trend continues.
Sit down. I think we left 5 max. Can you locate? The building with the caved-in roof. The building with the caved-in roof. Sir, we are sitting ducks here. We have to keep moving. Got to keep moving.
Big up Winners. Oh.
Tell the battalion commander now. Get back here.
Dick, I understand your attachment to Easy Company, but you...
Spears, get yourself over here! Get out there and relieve Dyke and take that attack on in!
Best replacement ever. Best replacement ever.
Come on, Webb! Let's go, kid!
Oh, Webb.
down, Virgo!
Spears, man. Spears.
I'm taking over. Precision, Sir, most of the company is spread out here. First platoon tried an end around, but they're stretched out. They're pinned down by a sniper. I believe he's in the building with the caved-in roof. All right, I want mortars and grenade launchers on that building till it's gone. When it's gone, I want first to go straight in. Forget going around. Everybody else follow me. Yes, sir.
Thank God. There's certain men that you just place your faith in, I feel like, and your probability of death, like, in a way, you think to yourself, lessens because you're with those type of men. Especially if winners came out there, the morale would have instantly been boosted. You saw with Dyke there, just immediately stretched the men thin out, exposed them behind the carriages, exposed them behind poor cover, and you saw Picone get hit. You saw he tried to go for Webb. Webb was already hit, and we lost other multiple men as well. And I love how this is showcasing. It's crazy how much of a difference one man can make and how much of a difference a leader can make, especially Spears going in there, having the composure to understand the whole situation being explained by Lipton and obviously delegate everything around him. And in a way, even that we thought, you know, it was the last we saw of Captain Sobel, and we saw how poor he was in sort of like the training within the field. I feel like we're seeing it here with Dyke. We're seeing like Captain Sobel, or a version of Captain Sobel out in the field, or what would have been Sobel out in the field. In my opinion, that's how I feel like Sobel would have been.
Sergeant Elie! Got it, Sarge!
What do you see, Lieutenant? Armored infantry! A lot of infantry! They're supposed to be on the other side of the town. You see any sign of them? No. Radio, anything? No, sir! Sir, I think they're gonna pull back. If we don't connect with I, they're gonna slip away! That's right, wait here!
Easy 6! What the hell? No, think me back here!
There is no way Spears is just running through the village like that.
At first, the Germans
or the
didn't
town.
shoot at it. I think they couldn't quite believe what they were seeing. But that wasn't the really astounding thing. The astounding thing was that after he hooked up with I Company, he came back.
My guy did a suicide run and did another suicide run. He backtracked on the suicide run he already did. I'm not even calling it a suicide run. I'm just calling it a legendary run.
We took over 100 German prisoners. After that, it was mostly cleanup.
Let's go! Move it! Move it! Take them down to the barn!
Yo!
Take cover! Take cover! Come on! Come on!
Where is he?
Shh. I can't see him. Second floor, building on the right. Don't miss, Shifty.
Damn, nice shot, Shifty. That's actually insane, man. You're celebrating with the boys and then you get shot in the head.
And Webb were killed by a sniper. There would have been more if it hadn't been for Shifty Powers.
You hit bad, Bricanti?
Beautiful wound, Lip. Shot me right through my ass.
You hang tough.
Hey, Sarge.
Yeah.
You true about Dyke?
Yeah.
Thank God for small mercies, huh?
Yeah.
Wait. Who did Lipton say got hit again?
Ken Webb were killed by a sniper.
Sorry, I just want to hear the names again.
Mellett, Heron, Sawasco, and Ken Webb were killed by a sniper.
I
It would
blame
have been more if it hadn't been for Shifty Powers.
I also think like heavily exposed them right there as well. They already lost a couple due to his incompetence, and if it wasn't for Spears getting involved, they would have lost way more.
You hit bad, Bercanti?
Beautiful wound, Lip. Shot me right through my ass.
You hang tough.
Hey, Sarge.
Yeah.
You true about Dyke?
Yeah.
Thank God for small mercies, huh?
I'm guessing Dyke's been relieved, yeah?
We'd been looking down at the town of Foy for the better part of a month, knowing that's where we had to go. It was a great relief to have done it. I guess a lot of the men thought once we'd taken Foy, they'd get us off the line, ship us back to Mormallon for a breather. But that wasn't to be.
Nah.
2 days later, we took Noville, and after that, Rashawn.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And easy company is hard to break. Don't change your winning formula. Those men kept on going and going.
The sisters there brought in their choir to sing for us. It was heaven. The mood of the men was relaxed. We were finally being relieved and would soon be in Mormallon. Of course, in the morning, we found out Mormallon would have to wait. Hitler had launched a counteroffensive in Alsace, and we were bound for the town of Hagenau to help hold the line. But at least for that night, we didn't know it yet. That night, we were okay.
It's soothing, man.
I spent part of that night trying to come up with a roster for the company to see who we had left. We'd come into Belgium with 121 men and officers plus 24 replacements. That's 145 total. We were going out with 63.
Damn.
Garnier was badly wounded and Hubler died accidentally. A month in Belgium cost us one good officer, Buck Compton, and one bad one, Norman Dyke. But we gained a good one in the end, so I guess we came out ahead.
What is it?
Nothing.
Well, I better get back to battalion before they disappear. You want to ask me, don't you?
Ask you what, sir?
You want to know if they're true or not, the stories about me. You ever notice with stories like that, everyone says they heard it from someone who was there. And then when you ask that person, they say they heard it from someone who was there. It's nothing new, really. I bet if you went back 2,000 years, you'd hear a couple of centurions standing around and yakking about how Tertius lopped off the heads of some Carthaginian prisoners.
Well, maybe they kept talking about it because they never heard Tertius deny it.
Maybe that's because Tertius knew there was some value to the men thinking he was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole Roman Legion.
These men aren't really concerned about the stories. They're just glad to have you as our CO. They're happy to have a good leader again.
Well, from what I've heard, they've always had one. I've been told there's always been one man they could count on. Let him into the Black Jack, held them together when they had the crap shell out of them in the woods. Every day kept the spirits up, kept the men focused, gave them direction. All the things a good combat leader does. You don't have any idea who I'm talking about, do you?
No, sir.
Hell, it was you for a sergeant.
Yeah, it's not about you, Sergeant Lipton.
Ever since Winter's May Battalion, you've been the leader of Easy Company.
We all know who the true leader was. The men knew.
Oh. And you're not gonna be first sergeant much longer, first sergeant. Sir? Winter's put in for a battlefield commission and Sync approved on your behalf. You should get the official nod in a few days.
Let's go.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
LL Lipton. Man, we lost a lot of men this episode. To injury, to death,
Hey, look. 1st Battalion.
to mental collapses.
Yeah, thanks for crapping in our foxholes, you shitheads.
Hey, it's our pleasure. Enjoy the walk, boys.
Big up Easy Company, man. Big up Easy Company. I feel like I was in the same position the entire episode. I was just locked in. I was just like... Beyond the wounded and killed, every man at Bastogne suffered. Men unhit by shrapnel or bullets were nevertheless casualties. Even E. Ambrose. Facts. I feel like that's all war for you. Bastogne must have been that bad, man. I'm not sure that anybody who lived through that one hasn't carried with him in some hidden ways the scars. Perhaps that is the factor that helps keep Easy Men bonded so unusually close together. Captain Richard Winters. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. There are certain scars that you can bury, I feel like, but you have to carry them forever. And I feel like these are some of these experiences that you'll carry to the grave, man. Like, especially the men of Easy Company. Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's just phenomenal. I'm trying to think. That episode was absolutely fantastic. You know, we lost a lot of very familiar names at Easy Company. Guani, Picante got here. Toy, Compton, just to name a few. And as the episodes go by, you know, the names get crossed off that list, whether they're alive, whether they're still alive, but injured, or dead, or as you saw, Compton couldn't take it anymore. He needed a break away from Easy Company. You know, obviously they put it down to trench foot, I believe, but we all know that man was truly scarred seeing his two friends be injured like that. So it's absolutely insane how, you know, we've seen what we started with, and that sort of gets cut down as the episodes have gone along. It's slowly trimming as the episodes go along, and as they make their way closer to Germany. It's sad. It's sad to see, but obviously that's war, ladies and gentlemen. This show is not shying away from portraying the horrors of it, and that's what I love about it. In terms of, like, I respect it majorly for having the balls to display this. I feel like I still hold Saving Private Ryan at the pinnacle of war movies, in my opinion. I still think that is the greatest one of all time. But this being sort of like a sequel to it is absolutely fantastic. I feel like it's a continuation. It's 10 extra episodes of Saving Private Ryan in a way, or sort of like that sort of same DNA of Saving Private Ryan is carried over to this, with more characters, and it's fleshed out a bit more, obviously having 10 episodes. And I'm not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. We just finished episode 7, The Breaking Point. We still got 8, 9, and 10, and we only know oh, you guys know what's in store, having already seen the show. I do not. So I'm very excited to see what's in store in the episodes that are left, because this one was sensational. And having watched this back to back with Bastogne was absolutely fantastic. I think Bastogne is still the strongest episode in my opinion, even with what happened this episode to a lot of the soldiers that we've shared so many moments with in this series thus far. I still think Bastogne is the best episode following Eugene. That's just my opinion thus far. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my reaction. As always, been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.